How are we doing?
Doing very well. Doing very, very well. I'm waiting for the pies to be delivered because I want to dig into them tonight and make sure they're good and they're safe and
Yeah, you got to taste them because you
have to. You got to make sure you got to make sure they're right.
Somebody's got to take one for the team. So
100%. Like I said this morning, it's the best part of the meal, the pies and the dessert.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Welcome everybody. It's the John and Carl show tonight.
Oh boy. Off the rails.
Whatever you got, spill it. Yeah. You want anything approved? Tonight's the night to get it approved.
Today we get the fantasy lacrosse game going.
There you go. Soccer, lacrosse, golf. We'll bang it all out.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, the Lauren and Anthony are en route. They're traveling down from their house to ours to spend the holidays. So we may get them in the middle of the show. We may not get them. They may come barging in. Who knows?
They got to be careful because the state cops are out on the turnpike.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I drove that a little bit today, and I saw about 15 cops pull people over.
Yeah, they're not messing around on nights like tonight. No excuses. No. Yeah. Joe Stinger, what's up, buddy? Yeah, they're not messing around on nights like tonight.
No, exactly.
Uber and Lyft drivers are your way to go, or call a friend or whatever.
Exactly.
You don't need a DUI at all, let alone on a night like this.
No, that's for sure.
But we got you and I we can handle this for an hour, for crying out loud. We talk about it all day during the week. So
absolutely.
This isn't anything new to us. Happy Thanksgiving, Joe Stinger. Wish you nothing but the best.
Absolutely.
Nothing but the best. Fantasy football, basketball, hockey. We have any new leaders?
We do. We do have some leaders. I don't have the scoreboard, so I'm sorry for that right at the moment. This week has been bad with health issues and then some other things going on. So
no worries.
I have the stuff there going. So for our fantasy football, we got to start off there because that's where we're dominating as a crew here at this Fans View. We got almost a 300 point lead in the contest versus the viewers versus the host. So we're taking no prisoners this year. Matt Doherty jumped up. He's up into the lead right now behind me, of course, because I'm
Matt Doherty. Why do I know that name?
He's a local kid up that way. So
I know that name.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yep. Rob Ozick has jumped up in the third spot really, because they'd be all behind me. And then Henry Zadell's jumped up there, and Mike McCullough, Stephen White. So yeah, it's going pretty well.
Good. What is this week coming up? Week 13?
13 wow. Already this week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
week
crazy.
13. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's fast going through, and we'll be pretty soon. Before you know it, I'll be messaging everybody, getting playoff rosters to redo the playoff rosters.
I'm surprised you haven't already started that.
Well, it's hard without knowing all the playoff teams. I mean, it's pretty.
Know.
I trust me, I would want to, because it's going to take a little while to get 100 and some teams typed into the computer here, but we'll get it all figured out.
Give Tyler something to do while he's home from college for the holidays.
There you go. We'll work on that. So then for fantasy hockey, we got a new leader as well, Brian Rooney. He jumped up there. Brian Rooney has the lead. Adam Gilkis is in second, and Jack Broder is in third. Behind him is Kevin Burgess, Ryan Skinner, and Johnny Mann.
All right.
Here's an interesting note: we are losing it in this contest, 935 to 919. So we're slipping a little bit. I'm not liking that too much. But an interesting note between the three
You
of
don't
us.
have to be quiet. You're good.
Between the three of us, Lauren's got the lead in the hockey.
No.
Yeah, she's kicking butt in the hockey.
She just walked in to hear that.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yep, she took the lead. She's got you beat by 938 to 901 for you, and I got 879 in third place for.
If I only took this stuff more serious and put some time into it, yeah.
Yep, that's what they all say, right? and then for the basketball, we got Lewis Monroe is in first place. Arthur Quay is in second place. I'm in third. Scotty Black is in fourth. Jen is in fifth. Ryan Skinner is behind Jen, and then we got to give this guy a shout out because he's kicking butt right now in basketball as well. The Mr. Wheels himself, Shawnee Wynand, is right there in seventh spot. So,
and he's not a basketball guy.
Oh yeah, he's kicking butt. So he's right there. So keep it up, Shawnee. And we have a 1 point lead. A 1 point lead over the viewers in the contest. So
all right. Well,
so yeah, very very good. Everything's going on. We got all the injury reports are done, and so yeah, everything's going smoothly right now.
Things are going well. It's good. It's good.
Yes.
It's good to see people still have the adrenaline to keep up with it every week, and we appreciate that because it's it's fun. It's fun. It's good. It gives you little added something to do. Plus, it's free, and you win a great prize if you finish on top. So
exactly, that, and then with having it on the spreadsheets, everybody's keeping track a little bit more, and it's a little bit easier to keep track of their teams. And
there he is.
A little more competitive.
Boomtown just jumped on the board.
Downtown from 3, Shawnee. So yeah, it's
good.
They're all the competitive juices are coming out when
there you go.
When they start seeing they're close.
Good to hear.
So yeah,
good to hear. Well, I mean, things are really amped up this week because you got games Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
Saturday's a good college football game, but then Sunday and Monday again. So
yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. Great job. All right.
Yep.
I just I had a thought this morning. Driving into the store, they were talking a little bit about this Ravens-Eagles game.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, and the Eagles have been playing well. There's no doubt about it. 9-2, and the Ravens are 8-4. And I wanted to get your opinion on this because I'm feeling that this could be the Eagles' toughest opponent so far this season. Are you in agreement with me on this?
This probably is.
I mean, they have not faced a quarterback like a Lamar Jackson all year.
Right. And a running back like Derrick Henry on top of it,
So, I mean, this is a tough matchup for the Birds.
It is. They don't have as strong of wide receivers for Baltimore, but
when
Lamar gets them open and
right,
and does stuff, and then you got Mark Andrews that can always
I just look at the Ravens and they get it done year in and year out.
They do.
I know Lamar hasn't won the big one, but I just feel this is, and you and I talk about this all the time about, they haven't played anybody, the offense is good, the defense is bad. I just think this is a road game, right? They're an underdog as well.
Exactly.
And I just look at this as really a true test.
Oh yeah.
For them right now, the way both the offense and defense are playing.
Right. Yeah, Baltimore's defense isn't as formidable as they have been in past years, but that they're always there ready to play. You got to watch out for Kyle Hamilton at safety there, and he can wreck a game if you let him.
Well, it's you're going down into Baltimore. You know what I mean? It's it's like going to the link, man. Them fans are, they want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to win. And Lamar got his contract. He got paid. So I think, you're seeing a little different, something out of him.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry. I mean, let's face it. I mean, him and Barkley are gonna go at it 1-2 for the rushing leader for the season, I would think, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's basically right between the two of them right at the moment, and this is going to be a good challenge too because Baltimore's got the statistically they got the second best run-in defense. They can be passed on, which would be nice to see AJ Brown have a good game. And as when we had talked with the Saquon Barkley the other day when we did the private signing with him, he goes, "This might be a game more for the passing game to come out," and then
now they're teasing me. The pies have arrived.
Oh, they're tasting them without you.
Yeah, right. The pies have arrived, and they don't know. They don't know. Yeah. I get up in the middle of the night and I'm hungry.
Right. And then so he thinks he's going to be the closer in the fourth quarter. He'll close the game out with the running game afterwards. But
that brings up a great
a more
subject.
passing heavy early part of the game.
Well, they've been the Eagles. And we're not used to this, right, in Philadelphia, because we haven't had a running back like this in quite a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they pound the ball. I mean, finally, they've decided to go out. They got themselves a legit running back, and now you see him getting these opportunities, behind a great offensive line, and it doesn't take much, and he's gone. You know what I mean? What he rushed for Sunday night, 255 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know a couple of them were 70-yarders, but still, I mean, the O-line is just making holes.
Yeah, well, that's what he also said, because I asked him about that. How's it feel, going through the offensive line and not even being touched and going? He goes, that's the best feeling in the world.
Right.
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith downfield, that all the wide receivers are, doing their job as well to make that happen.
Sure.
And plus that offensive line is just, a beast.
Yep.
Just running guys all over the place.
Yeah,
so.
I mean they're just wearing the opponents down to the point where they're double-digit wins because they're just racking up extra points at the end of the game.
Right.
Which
this might be a little bit different game of that because you may not be able to pound it as much because Baltimore's game is going to be able to stop them a little bit for that. So it might look a little bit different, but I think it might be the other way around because we'll be passing. AJ Brown should have a big game against them, I would think. And
what's I haven't seen anything, and they're not really talking a whole lot about Devontae Smith, whether he's a go or not.
He didn't practice today, so I don't know. Again, he may not play again because they don't want to risk that hamstring.
Right.
Just like AJ, it took a couple weeks.
Sure. Well, they want to. Yeah, you want to make sure it's healed.
Right. Because I mean, and in this game, if you're going to have a little bit of a blip, this is a game that you can lose because it's not a conference game for tiebreakers and that kind of stuff. That not that you want to lose any game, but it's still.
Yeah, I like the momentum. We got going. I like the roll that we're on. So I mean, I'll take a win any way you can get it. I go back to, it's the Ravens. It's John Harbaugh. He started his career here in Philadelphia as a special teams coach. He wants to beat the Birds probably as bad as anybody.
True.
But I just think this is a tough opponent for, for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And so does Vegas, because they're a 3.5 point, underdog. So
Right. Well, the good thing about it is, though, the way this defense is playing, and more so the defense than the offense right now, since the bye, the way this defense is playing, you have confidence going against anybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
In past weeks, we were always like, oh, we're not sure about this defense if it's going to hold up against a good team, and every challenge that you throw at them, they just take it, knock it down, and it's been impressive to see. I mean, they're top 5 defense in the league, and
all right. So another interesting question for you. I throw it out to you. Charles Harris.
Who?
Do I have the name correct?
Yeah, from Carolina, they picked him up. He was a former number 1 pick a few years ago.
I mean, and he's had decent numbers down in Carolina.
Yeah, he has 3 sacks this year. He had his best year in Detroit, they said, where he had like 7 or 8 sacks in Detroit a few years ago. So I mean, it's better than what you can get, in most respects, because of the you're not going to have a Brandon Graham, falling off the trees that you're going to be able to pick up, or a Hassan, I guess a Hassan Reddick you could probably pick up, but there's not much out there that you're going to be able to pull from. That's going to make much more of a difference. So, it's a good spot to get. Hopefully him, and what was it, Johnson as well, as I believe there's a Johnson that was on the practice squad.
Yeah, he was signed to the practice squad. Yes.
Yeah, and then the rookie that they got this year in like the 6th round, he's going to play. So hopefully, but I think it should be a good thing. They'll figure it out. I think Carter and Jordan Davis is going to step up a little bit.
There's no question the defense is playing well.
Right.
And this thing all started to come together, the bye week, putting Dijon, Cooper Dijon into a starting spot. It just seemed like it's really come together under Vic Fangio. So I guess, his system is being taught well.
Right.
Because these young bucks seem to be in position to make plays. They're getting to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Quinyon Mitchell, is having a phenomenal season.
Yes.
They're not throwing at him very much, so that's got to tell you that they're looking there, but they're not. A lot of respect. A whole lot of respect. Yeah,
that's for sure.
So.
Yep. Which is pretty. Says a lot when you got Slay on the other side. That's also pretty good himself.
So what's the injury update there with him?
He wasn't on the practice squad or field again today because of the concussion.
Right.
So he'll probably be more of a game time decision whether or not he's able to go.
So Rogers will get that spot again, I guess.
That's what they're thinking at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But Ringo may get it, a little bit because of he's a little bit bigger guy. They like Rogers better, but I think because of the Derrick Henry factor, maybe Ringo might get a little bit more playing time just to be able to make some tackles out there.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. You got to give Vaughn and Kobe Dean a lot of credit too, because they're really doing a fantastic job in the middle of the field, in pass coverage and also getting to the sack, getting the sacks because of Carter and Davis up in the front, taking on a couple of blocks and making it really nice to being here in Philadelphia. We had the Buddy Ryan defense. Everything was built around defense and it's a tough town.
You had Buddy Ryan, you had Jim Johnson,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've always had like big playmakers.
Exactly.
The Reggie Whites, the Jerome Browns.
Brian Dawkins.
You always had playmakers. Brian
Trotters.
Dawkins always brought the energy, and
Yep.
I mean, you had playmakers on defense. Look at Sean. Was it Sean McDermott, the coach now up Buffalo? He worked under Jim Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is it's interesting to see the division of offense and defense with two, high profile, coordinators that we haven't had here for quite some time.
Right. Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? You haven't had that. And let's face it. I mean, there are philosophic differences, need to work, or, you're held accountable. Right. So,
exactly.
If the players buy in, they make you look like a hero.
Yeah.
So, so far, so good. Knock wood.
Exactly.
Things have been good. And I just think, and I know every week we say it, this is a big test, for this team, but I just think, they got, they're coming off, some nice wins.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good one to add to their resume.
Yeah. This is going to be a playoff team that's a true playoff team, not a fifth or sixth spot playoff team type of thing.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson scares me. What I mean? Lamar Jackson scares me because if he gets loose and he's able to do some things, you can find yourself.
Yeah, he makes a lot of teams look silly. That's
for
sure.
Exactly. So,
and Bond and Dean's going to have a little bit of a challenge this week, keeping him under control so he doesn't scramble. Because I think that the corners will lock down the wide receivers because they're not the high level, wide receivers that you have to worry about. Not that they're bad, but they're, there's not that top of the level that you're worried about.
No, I totally, I get it, but I just, I look at, Lamar and, what he can do, and, if we got to play mistake-free football.
Yeah.
Both on offense and defense. You can't be, and again, I don't want to bring anything up that not already been said a million times, but Jalen's been playing some clean football.
Yes.
He's been playing some clean football and mistake-free football. And we've been pretty. I don't think he's getting enough credit, but I think with the wins will come all the accolades.
True. Yeah, he's getting a little overshadowed right at the moment with Barkley, but yeah.
Yep.
Barkley won his fourth NFC player of the week award, and first time ever for an Eagle player to do that. So, that's going to overshadow you when you win. Every 3 weeks on average, that would award. So,
yep. No, it's good. It's fun. It's fun. It's, I don't know. They don't ever, post numbers or anything, but there just seemed like there were an awful lot of Eagles fans out in LA Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
I just can't imagine that many people live on the West Coast that are Eagles fans.
There was a lot that traveled out there. That's for sure.
Yes. So yeah, it was loud. It was impressive.
Oh yeah, that's all the players kept talking about when they came out for practice before the game. How much Kelly Green there was out there, and it was pretty cool.
Speaking of that, when's the next Kelly Green game? Is that?
Who was that against?
Are we done? Just we're no more Kelly Green?
I think there's one more. Is it the Dallas?
I thought
the Dallas
so.
game. I think it's the Dallas game.
The Cowboy game. That you're 100% right.
Yeah, I believe it's the Cowboys, and
I wonder if they'll both be. If the Cowboys will also be wearing throwbacks.
Yeah, I wonder if they do or not. That'll be interesting to see.
Not that we care because they got bigger problems than uniforms.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Talking about that Eagles game with the fans out there in LA. How about Saquon Barkley throwing his ball into the crowd after the record 255 yards rushing, and
yeah.
he didn't even realize at the time, and then you see the reactions on Twitter and stuff on the Eagles, where he's like, oh, he was all shocked, and he told the ball guy, you got to get that ball back. I'll
Right.
give him whatever to get the ball back, and the
He
guy
got it back, right?
yeah, he got it back. Yeah, it was an Eagles fan who gave it back to him, and I think the article said that Saquon signed another ball for him, another game ball, and gave him a signed ball, and so yeah, it worked out, and they got a picture with each other after the game, so that was cool. And
Nice.
so and one other tidbit from the signing, when Saquon Barkley, next time he scores a touchdown, if he remembers, and he does the finger roll, like the Michael Jordan finger roll, that was for us because we asked him to do it. So
All right.
he's like, sure, I can do that. He's like, and I said, because it got postponed, we wanted him to do it. We were going to tell him about it, and last week, and he's like, yeah, it would have been perfect this week with the two 70-yard runs. That it would have been easy to do it then. And I'm like, yeah, that would have been perfect for it. But so when you see that finger roll come out, just think of us here at This Fan's View.
There you go.
Yeah.
Inside their head, huh, Johnny?
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
What you got to do. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So Eagles, Ravens. That's a 4:30 game, right? So
yes, it is. Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I haven't had a chance to talk to you. So the Barkley signing went well.
Went very well. Yeah, it went very well. Yeah, he
Good.
was very nice.
Yeah.
He another tidbit. He said Jahan Dotson's going to make some big plays for us this year still. He says don't give up on him. He actually kind of feels bad for him a little bit because he's coming to the new team, and you got AJ Brown as your first option, and then you got if you don't go to AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, and if you don't go to Devontae Smith, you got him or Dallas Goedert as the third or fourth option. He goes, trust me, that guy's still going to make some big plays for us this year. So he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, they're trying to get him involved in the offense.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They're trying, which is good because they're going to need him, down the road.
Oh yeah, of course. I think the same thing with this week could be one of those weeks that he gets a little bit more action because they've been only throwing the ball like 20 times in the past 4 or 5 weeks a game. So how many chances could he get as a third or fifth option on the team? So yeah, it was very good. He had a lot to say about things, and Detroit's going to be a tough one. He said that one's going to be a good one, and so yeah, he's looking forward to that one.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
And how ironic will it be too? The Giants is the last game of the year, and he could break the Dickerson's record for 2106 against the Giants.
Well, maybe that'll already be not an issue, and he can rest up for the playoffs. We could only hope, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think going for that number one bye, unless Detroit stumbles here, you're still going to have to be fighting it out all the way through, and with him having getting close there, that would be pretty special to do it against his old team.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. We've hit the 7:00 hour. Time flies by.
Yes, it does.
Shout out to our City Distilling show sponsor. Anybody that's in need of alcoholic beverages, they now ship. So if you need it shipped, or they're in an awful lot of locations as far as stores, and they're still not in the Pennsylvania state stores. They're in the Jersey ones,
Yes.
but not in Pennsylvania. But if you're looking for some good things to for the holidays, they're it. And
Yes.
we appreciate. We've been working with them for a number of years now. Nick and Jamie are some great people, and all the girls behind the scenes. So happy holidays to them, and thank them for all that they do for us, and helping us promote the live shows, especially. Those gift baskets are a huge success, because the amount of people that throw those raffle tickets in the baskets, you can always tell. So, so shout out to them. Shout out to our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings here in Glen Mills. It's been another, successful year with them. So we're hoping for bigger and better things for 2025. But before we jump into the new year, we got one more live show, December the 18th, which will be the week before the Jolly St. Nick visits everyone. December 18th. And our guest, Johnny, is going to be
Ben Davis.
Ben Davis.
Yes. Hopefully by that time we'll have a little bit of Phillies talk to talk about.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be interesting.
They got to jump in here soon.
You would think. You would think some chips are starting to fall, but we had the opportunity to have Ben live this year. He's a baseball guy, right? He eats and sleeps baseball. He's a former major leaguer with drafted by San Diego and then moved on to Seattle. So he's got some good insight, and it'll be a good follow-up to our show with Tom McCarthy, who, by the way, was absolutely spot on with everything last week in our live show. I really enjoyed that one. That was really, really good, and I think everybody in attendance had a good time with Tom, and that was a lot of fun. So I know he's not on, following us, but we thank him. He's a busy guy between his basketball and football and baseball schedule. So
I don't know how he keeps it all together.
Somebody made a comment to me this week that they think Tom may be a better basketball and football announcer than he is baseball. I don't know. I never looked at it like that, but he does a good job with all of them.
Oh yeah,
he's funny as all get out with John Kruk. So we certainly appreciate all of our guests that we've had this year, and we enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, doing these live shows. But again, we thank everybody who comes out and partakes in our live shows and helps support. In this particular case, Buffalo Wild Wings, and we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on, and great raffle prizes that everybody enjoys. So we have a lot of fun with it. So December 18th, come on out. If you're anywhere near Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, come out and join us and have some fun.
And if you're not, make sure you come out. make it a plan to come out.
So it's fun. It's been a great year. It's been a fast year. I don't know where the year went, because we just seem to be rocking and rolling, and we've had from a business standpoint, we've had a great year. We've had a lot of fun with our guests, and this past signing with AJ Brown was probably, it was off the charts. Right. It was. I mean, we must have seen 1,000 people roll through the front door.
Right. Oh yeah.
With the amount of tickets sold and the people that came out just to, high five them, fist bump them, shake hands, take pictures. So
you can just see it in his face that he appreciated it too.
He enjoys it. He enjoys it. and he enjoys the young fans.
Yes.
That are being brought up properly to be Birds fans, right?
Exactly. Yeah, just the way, just that shot, that face when you walked out of the car when you first got there, it was just like he was in amazement of how many people were there waiting in line for him, and
yep,
it never fails.
Yep. So AJ Brown, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Shawnee brings up a good point about the Detroit Lions having a tough schedule.
They do.
Still got the Bills, Packers, and Minnesota to play. So hopefully we get a little help there. Little help's always welcome from anybody that wants to help the Birds out. So, but we're sitting the top of the NFC East, and that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be huge too, because the Lions get them out of the dome for the playoff time is a huge difference maker there that it will sway the way the game could go, definitely, just from before it's even played, the way that it would look, with them having to come here and play in Philadelphia instead. And
they lost a big piece on defense too with that Hutchinson kid, their number one pick last year. I mean, he's a player. That dude.
Oh yeah, that was a shame.
So,
yeah, it was a shame to see him go down, but
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he's looking to hopefully come back for the Super Bowl if they make it that far. But
yeah, Birds. The Birds have some interesting games coming up. One that I have circled on the calendar because I always love a cross-state rivalry. You got the Eagles and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Going back to the long time ago when they were the Steagles.
Exactly.
Right? Going back to the 40s?
I was going to say, what was it, 43 with the Warriors?
Yep. So that's always a good matchup, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, and they got they're another one that has a tough defense for running the ball against them, but they don't have any offense though. They don't score other than field goals. So
yeah, you just never know who you got to defend. Wilson or Fields. You know what I mean? Right. They're shuttling them both in and out. So
and then the offensive line's got to deal with Watt. So that's never a fun thing. So
yeah, it should be. There's still a few good games on the Eagles' schedule. So you got to take one at a time. And this week it's the Ravens. But let's kind of shift our mindset over to baseball, hot stove. Not much going on with the Phillies except a whole lot of rumors. Every day there's, a new rumor. There's just so much fake news thrown out on social media these days. It's ridiculous.
True.
You just try to, pay attention to some of the more veteran guys that you can trust, have done their homework and have connections to the pipeline. But who was telling us, I guess it was Tom last week, about Dave Dombrowski being very tight-lipped and not giving a whole lot of information out there.
True.
John, I look at this Alec Bohm situation and his name just comes up in every conversation. I just can't see, how does this guy come to spring training as a Philly?
Yeah, especially with his mental outlook on things. He's a little bit of a tight wire there himself, and hearing all that, might put a little bit of a wrinkle into his ear. Unless the Eagles or the Phillies themselves went to him and said, "Hey, don't listen to any of this stuff," and don't even worry about it. You're here with us, type of thing, and then he might be cleared his mind and not worry about it. But hopefully too, if he is back here, it lights a fire under his ass. That he's here, he's back, and
well, that's the flip side to this, right? You know what I mean? Maybe this gives him, like, dude, you could be gone. at
Right.
any time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You want to be part of this? We need you 110%.
Right. Yeah. And just doing the little things. I mean, and stop pouting and stop slant. Doing the things that doesn't look professional when you're out there. Especially, I mean, it's one thing to do it once in a while, but to continuously do it day after
Right.
day after day, it gets old on the team, and especially when the veteran guys go to him and talk to him about it, and he doesn't, listen to him. Then he's out there swinging at the first pitch every at bat during the playoffs, and basically kind of sending the message that he's kind of given up a little bit.
Right.
Maybe he's not, but that's just the way that it looks.
It sure looks that way.
Right.
Sure.
Type of thing.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
it's, it seemed like he was pressing a little bit too much to try to get to 100 RBIs, which I get it. But again, like Saquon Barkley says, it's the devil speaking to you when you're looking up at the numbers, and you just let it happen when it happens. It's you can't be forcing something that's just not completely in your control. I mean,
Sure.
You can hit the ball as hard as you can, and it's right at somebody, or nobody's on base, and you get you get your base hits, and you're not getting the RBIs. But
yeah, I just he had such a great first half.
He did.
You know what I mean? He had a really solid first half. He was doing all the right things, and I just don't know. The All-Star game, the home run derby.
How much the hand hurt him? Being hurt.
I mean, there were a lot of things that factored into that second half.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just, you start to like the maturity level, like where, I mean, let's face it, we know the game's played up here.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And, he just completely two different halves,
Yes.
from the first half to the second half. But, you're probably right, Joe. The home run derby messes up a lot of guys. Not everybody, because that Hernandez guy from the Dodgers, he had a pretty good second half and went on to win a World Series with the Dodgers. Speaking of him, I'd love to see him sign here in Philadelphia. I'd love to see him play left field. I think he'd be the guy that would fit right in this lineup.
He'd be nice. He'd be a nice fit. Him or Santander would be another nice fit.
Yep.
If you're not able to get the big fish with Soto.
Yep.
Which I mean, it's still hanging around there, because they keep saying, what was it last time we were on? They were thinking he was going to sign by Monday. It was going to all be done by now, and he's got a bunch of offers, and he didn't take any of those offers. And if he was going to be done on Monday, and supposedly the Phillies didn't even give him an offer yet. So, is that something in the wings still that's going to happen? But it's going to be.
Are we going to be tracking Middleton's airplane here soon? Right? Remember that?
With Harper, he took off. He's out to Vegas. Oh no, he was just going to.
That was funny as all get out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. That was
so
good.
It'll be interesting to see. Because there was talks with even like Ranger Suarez might be in trades. Justin Crawford, in names being out there, and Mick, there's a whole bunch of names that are out there at this time. And like you said, it's some of it's fake, some of it's just trying to make something work, type of thing, and just throwing stuff out there. But it'll be interesting to see. Just because it's one thing to get rid of Bohm, but like you said, who's replacing him?
Right.
Is the big thing. If you're able to get a pitcher for him, that's great. If you're getting a starting pitcher, but you still need to then replace third base.
Yeah, Soto can't play, 140 games at third base.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So it's one of those things that's a little bit the fit's got to be there perfectly. And with Bregman saying that he wants 10 years now instead of just maybe a couple years, that kind of throws things out of the whack. And it's not the end of the world to have Bohm come back and play and finish out a couple more years. And if he gets his head straight, and he becomes what we hope that he does, then that's great. And then if not, hopefully Aiden Miller does what continues to progress the way we hope he does as well, and he would be the guy that replaces Bowman,
Right? Sure.
later on.
Sure. Yep.
But again, with this Phillies lineup, how many guys are going to be able to move the needle to get you something good other than a Bohm or a Stott or a Ranger?
Well, I think it's going to be a package. I don't think it's going to be an individual player. I think you're going to see a package, especially if you're going to get a starter, a starting pitcher.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, you're not going to be able to throw a Nick Castellanos in that kind of deal, right, as like the big pieces. You're going to have to be one of those other guys that are young enough still, and people think that they can still move things along with them a little bit more.
Well, I mean, as we wrap up, our Phillies segment, I kind of think this is going to be a yearly thing for the Phillies. Because you got guys that are going to be falling off, like Schwarber's last year of his contract. You got, is this JT's last year?
This is JT's last year as well.
So, there's two big pieces. There's two starting players,
right,
that you got to look at.
And Nick's next year.
Yeah. So, you're gonna be looking at this almost every year for the next few years.
Right. Oh yeah. Until you get those minor leaguers that they could fill in that replace without having to worry about going and spending. Money.
If you don't trade a Justin Crawford, if you don't trade, an Alec Bohm, right. So, but yeah, going to be interesting.
Yes.
But I still think, the Juan Soto thing is in play. I think he's narrowed it down. Did I read like 3 or 4 teams?
Okay.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I still think that $600+ million is, is the magic, the magical number. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
don't think he cares where he plays as long as he gets paid.
Right, and he's young enough so that it's like 14 years that you're going to be spreading it out over. So
yep, exactly.
It's a longer contract than the Harper contract, and
yep,
so yeah, it's he's a generational player, like Tom said last week. It's you gotta at least be in it. Whether or not you get him, you got to at least be in it to hopefully get him, because you never know.
Yeah, be interesting.
Yeah,
be interesting to see. Not really a whole lot to talk about with these pathetic Sixers. 3-13, second worst record in the NBA. Who would ever thought that? I didn't, because I just never thought it was gonna fall to this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
really didn't. This is god awful ugly. Anything and everything is happening. You get Paul George back from an injury. He gets injured again. Right. Then you lose Maxey to another injury. But the promising, thing, to this team is their draft pick, McCain. Has played unbelievable. I mean, to get a draft pick like that, to go with Maxey, I'm almost like, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, so gut this team and let's rebuild with those two guys.
Right.
But, you've backed yourself into a corner with these ridiculous contracts.
Yeah.
That you're going to have these problems for the next 5 years, probably.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and they even came out with a thing today that the Sixers knew how bad Embiid's knee was before they signed him to that 3-year extension.
I don't get it. I really don't. From a marketing standpoint, I don't think he sells any more tickets. I think, matter of fact, you go on StubHub or any one of the ticket agents, and you can get cheap tickets just about every night.
Right. Oh yeah.
I think that the fans, the season ticket holders, are fed up.
Oh yeah.
he's not the leader in the jersey sales department anymore.
Correct.
So I just thought, I just think he's lost his fandom, amongst all the NBA fans that are out there.
Yeah, and and it's going to be coming out pretty soon. He's probably going to need a surgery on his knee again.
Well, I mean, that's probably inevitable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just because his knee's still injured. If his knee's swelling up on him after he plays. Yep. There's something still wrong with him. It's not fixed.
No, I agree, and I just think you got players. I mean, you got guys out there that shouldn't be playing.
As much as they are. I mean,
all these crazy minutes. So
right, exactly.
I don't know how this season gets turned around. I really don't.
Unfortunately, it's not going to get any easier too. Like the first half, somebody was saying that they could end up being like 10-32 to start the season, and it's for that first half of the year. And
I mean, again, I look at the season ticket holders and the fans that pay all this good money, and then on top of it, you still have all this ridiculous conversation about where this new stadium should be built, and all the bickering and arguing, and it's just, it's like, man, enough is enough.
Exactly.
The team stinks. You know what I mean? And all we hear every night is, another meeting. And so, I mean,
you're paying this much more for the stadium,
Yep. Yep.
And the thing that's disheartening too is the Sixers are 0-4 with Embiid on the court this year. It's not like when he gets out on the court, they're at least winning.
Yeah.
Those 3 wins that they got were without him on the court.
Yep, 100%. Yep.
So I mean, he's on pace right now to play like 18 games this year.
Every time you give me that stat, the number gets smaller and smaller.
Right. I mean, because and it may even get smaller than that, because, like I said, if he has to get like a surgery to clean out his knee, that could be a month or two that he misses. And when are you going to do that? When it's April, when it's ready to play the playoffs, type of thing. Get it done now if that's the case. That it's that bad.
Yep.
Get it over with, and get healthy, get everybody else healthy, and go from there.
Well, Sixer talk.
Your Fly guys are doing good though.
Not very promising for the Sixers, but on the flip side, the Flyers, they make it interesting every game.
Right.
They make it interesting. They make a game of it. I was a little angry the other night when they were up 3-0 and ended up losing to Vegas. I mean, they grabbed the point, but I get it. But man, this Mitchkov kid, how exciting is he?
He's very nice.
Very unbelievable. I just hope that they're able to, add a couple pieces. Danny needs to, get Howie like and perform some magic and do some things.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see anything down on the farm that's gonna give you, a goal scorer or a goaltender. I don't have a lot of faith in what we got, that between the pipes, as far as a true number one goalie.
Right. The number one. Yeah, no, probably not.
So, I mean, that could all change. Maybe they just need some playing time and, need to learn, Sam Urson, is nice, but I don't think he's a number one.
Yeah.
And, the other 2 guys are really young.
Exactly. Yeah.
They need to play a whole lot to see. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
I like seeing the fire though in Mitchkov. Like when
the kid
guys taking shots at him and he's right there, giving it right back.
He don't back down from anybody.
No.
Nope. He don't back down. Nope.
And just to see the skill and the passion that he has. You're not even so much the shots. I mean, even that's still special as well. But it's just the the passes that the way the puck just hits his stick and it's off to another person real quick. There you go. At least yours fits me. I can't get mine on my fat head.
So, closing out with our Thanksgiving Eve show. They left us alone, Johnny. It's just
I know.
you and me.
I got some Thanksgiving trivia if we want to do that. It's closing out. We got some Thanksgiving trivia.
Yeah, throw one at me.
All right. How many cranberries does it take to make 1 can of cranberry sauce?
Oh my God. No clue.
I was shocked when I heard this. 200.
200 cranberries to make
Yep,
one can.
To make 1 can. I'm
not a cranberry guy. How about you?
I'm not either. So why waste all those cranberries? Just get rid of the cans. You're wasting cranberry cans.
Wow. All right. How about another one?
All right. What's the average size dinner event in throughout the United States for Thanksgiving dinner?
Like the number of people in
the
the family?
family members. The family members that would be
family members. Wow. Sue's throwing out the number 12.
She's close. It's 11.
Wow.
Very close. Yep, she was
11.
very close.
I don't like a crooked number.
She doesn't like a crooked number.
Well, there are 2 straight numbers.
That's true.
It's a picket fence.
It's true.
All right. What's a male turkey called?
What's a male turkey called?
Be a hen.
A hen?
No, that's a female turkey. So this is
Rooster? No, that's a chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a male's name. Let's go that way.
It's a male's name.
Yeah. A Tom.
A Tom. Tom Turkey. I've heard that over the years.
Yeah. Joe Stinger got it there.
He was right on that.
That came in after I said it, so I don't know if that was.
It's all good. He's on a delay.
He's on a delay, exactly. But yeah, so I think the hen has more meat than the male.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna throw out what's the average size turkey for a family.
No, but I heard today somebody said that the turkey cost like $96.
Wow, what size turkey is that?
I don't know.
I paid $68 for a 20-pounder.
Okay.
Fresh.
Okay.
Fresh. I don't know if that
I
matters.
don't know where that came from. The $96.
It better be good, or I'm going to be. I'm not going to be happy.
All right. So what's your most overrated Thanksgiving item?
On the table?
On the table, yeah, for the meal.
The string bean casserole.
There you go. I'm a little different. I'm going to go with the turkey itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too dry for me.
That's why you gotta make sure you got plenty of gravy going on.
Well, that's the thing. You got the gravy. If you have to add all the gravy, you have to add mashed potatoes when you're eating it and the stuffing. How good's a turkey? You got.
I'm not a stuffing guy, so I can 86 the stuffing right from Jump Street.
No, I'm a mashed potato and stuffing guy.
Yeah, give me the white meat. Give me the mashed potatoes.
Corn.
Yeah, I've over the years I've kind of went away from corn. I used to be a big corn guy.
Yeah.
Love the dinner rolls. I love loading up on the carbs.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, you throw a hunk of turkey and a couple of dinner rolls, and
it's better. It's better with just mashed potatoes and stuffing.
you dislike turkey that much, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll eat like one little slice of it, but just to say I had some. But yeah, yeah, not so much. What's your favorite thing though?
The pies.
The pies.
The pies. Yeah. Again, we should, flip it and do the pies first.
Right.
Yeah. Love the pies. Why are they so popular for Thanksgiving? Why aren't they popular like all the other days of the
right.
week? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Desserts,
Mhm.
pies, the holidays, it seems like a natural fit. Well, why isn't it like that, all the other days,
True.
So
I agree.
it's a good holiday. I mean, it's a traditional holiday. You go back to, the Pilgrims and,
Right.
all the history of, Thanksgiving, and, it's good to see that it's still acknowledged, and, it's tradition, right? It's tradition, it's family, it's friends, it's, eating, drinking. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You get to spend time with the family and stuff. So yeah, it's all good.
Yep.
But,
For the most part.
yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Where are you cooking the turkey, or are you going?
Well, we have everything here. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think Jen's mom's cooking the turkey this year.
Okay.
And she'll have it here, and people bring a bunch of different stuff over, and
okay.
Yeah, so it's a good time.
So what other than mashed potatoes and stuffing, what's the second or third best on the table for you?
For me, I like the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, corn. I like we have like a corn. I don't know if it's called like a casserole or something.
Okay,
like that.
All right.
I like a sweet potato.
Okay.
One. And this is going to probably shock you too. I like the spinach one.
Okay, I think that's where the show ends.
Yeah, I like the spinach.
The only spinach I can eat is if you hide it, like in spinach dip or something along those lines.
Just don't tell you it's spinach.
Don't even show me green now.
Right. Yeah. And Jen's got a recipe for it that's pretty good because it's got like the breadcrumbs and other stuff mixed in with it, the cheese and stuff. That's
okay.
Yeah, because I'm not really that wouldn't be my first thing too, but when I did have it, it was pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
and then
Johnny,
the desserts,
been,
I like the desserts too a little bit, but
I'm a dessert freak, so yeah. They probably brought the pies in. Well, they are still sitting on the counter, so I just may have to go over and steal a slice.
Yeah, like I said, you got to make sure they're fresh.
What's the worst thing's gonna happen? Right?
Exactly. You just have a little bit less for tomorrow.
That's right. Well, everybody's been wishing Thanksgiving. So to everyone who's been following us throughout the year, happy Thanksgiving to you, your family, your friends. Have a safe holiday. Don't eat too much. Is there such a thing as not eating too much?
Tomorrow, no. No.
All right.
No, not too much.
So, again, Johnny, they left us in charge for an hour, and I think we held our own.
Oh, we crushed it. We crushed it.
So, again, thank you to everyone, and we'll be right back at it again next Wednesday night.
Yes, we will.
So, have a great day tomorrow, everyone. I hear it's supposed to rain, so if you've got any outdoor activities planned, do it in the afternoon. Sue said.
There you go.
Do it in the afternoon. So
yes, sounds good. Hopefully, everybody enjoys the parade as much as they could.
All right.
So,
Johnny, to you and your family, happy Thanksgiving, and we will call it a night and see everybody next Wednesday night.
Sounds good. Thanks. You guys
Be
as well.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.